have either of you or anybody in your close circle of friends ever been a friends with benefits with a guy?
No. I've had casual encounters, but never friends with benefits.
None
I
of your
personally
friends?
haven't, but I have had friends who have had friends with benefits. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I just don't think it's. I don't think it's sustainable over the long term.
well, I mean, like women love saying things like these, like this is very important. You're teaching guys the wrong thing, but women's own behavior by choosing to be the side piece to a guy.
Yeah.
Women love being the side piece, to a high value guy. They're okay
I-
with being the friends with benefits, right?
So
yeah. Women with low self-esteem, maybe, but yeah.
No,
agree.
it's not even low
Oh.
self-esteem. I've seen women with high self-esteem run into the arms of another man, friends with benefits, and know that he's already with other women.
Okay, well, friends with benefits and a man with another woman are two different things. So when I think friends with benefits, I think of,
Well, he's not exclusive to you, so loyalty
not
comes
committing
into
to
the
you.
equation, right?
so the scenarios I'm thinking of, it was this particular woman who actually just wasn't ready for a relationship, and she met someone she was physically attracted to, and he wasn't able to commit either. So they just, I guess, decided to have a physical but non-emotional relationship. But the understanding was they weren't actually sleeping with other people. They just couldn't move past the physical stage. So that's what I was referencing. There wasn't
They were just waiting for something better to come along, essentially.
they were probably
Because that's
just,
what happens. Like, there's
It
no
was-
such thing as
Yeah, so there's no loyalty
I'm not-
there then, right?
There's no such thing as I'm not ready for a relationship. It's I don't want a
actually agree with you.
relationship.
With
It's
you.
I don't want a
With you.
relationship with
Exactly.
you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think, at the end of the day, what we're talking about is that piece of attractiveness in that point in time, what would get someone to come towards them versus, who do you want as a long-term partner? And I do 100% believe that loyalty is really important to making that long-term partnership successful. At the end of the day, who's going to give you their kidney? Which woman's going to give you their kidney if you're not loyal to them? Like, let's say, you're dying on your deathbed and you go to your wife and say, I'm sorry I cheated on you all these years. Can you please give me your kidney? Like, it's just not going to happen. Do you want to be good to the person you love or that you say you love, or do you want to be bad? Like, beyond just the man and how they're going to attract someone, there's a bigger social thing here. What's right versus what's wrong? What's good for society versus what's wrong with society?
I don't buy this whole women won't overlook loyalty, because you know what women will do? Women will overlook guys who murder their wives and their entire families, and they will send them underwear and love letters and porn of
Hybristophilia.
themselves, hybristophilia.
We're
And they
talking
will no. We're talking about we're talking about primal attraction.
This is inherent
What-
female behavior.
I'm not saying all women have hybristophilia, but only women have hybristophilia. And it's because of the attraction triggers of these guys that, like Chris
Strength,
Watts
dominance,
is an
violence.
amazing example. A guy killed his entire family, and he gets love letters and underwear
Women
in his
wanna have his
mail
children.
on the daily, and they want him to come out and they want to be impregnated by this man. So to sit here and say that there's no women out there that will stick with a man who maybe just runs around on her once or twice, when you've got thousands of women. I mean, Ted Bundy. I mean, everybody, when the freaking Jeffrey Dahmer documentary came out, everybody's simping for this guy, right?
But are these
So-
emotionally or psychologically stable women?
Yeah.
I would
Yes.
argue that they're not.
Yes.
I don't
Yes,
think
they
so.
are.
But why?
They
how
are. They are.
you-
They are just
how-
like you
how
or
can you-
any
how
other
can you
women
make
that we've had on the panel. How do you
how
know
can
that they're any
make-
different?
How can you make that a contention?
you
They
know?
all hold down jobs. They all have a family. They got kids. They have a cat.
Let's
But
have
what-
all of them on here.
I think there's a level of
No, but
desperation involved in there
but-
too. I don't think a woman with options is going to go for some crazy.
Every woman has options. Every single woman on the goddamn planet has
I'm
options.
well aware of that. Yeah.
Okay. So there's no such thing as a woman without options.
I don't think it's either weak options or options that she's not interested in. And yeah, obviously, every woman has options, but are those options going to be first choice or first picks? No, absolutely not. A lot of
What
the
does
guys.
that have to do with psychological stability and self-esteem?
Well, I'm saying that if a woman, let's just say, if she's a little bit old, I don't know, for example, if she's a little bit older in age, her options aren't looking too great, and then she sees a guy who, to go back to what Rich was saying about the whole dominance violence correlation. Yeah, maybe that guy, compared to her pool of options, maybe he is the most dominant masculine guy there. That's the
those
only
are
way that.
What was the
those are
best-selling
inherent
book of all
traits.
time? What was the best-selling book of all time, ladies?
I don't know, actually, I'm not aware.
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh yeah, okay.
and women bought it.
That's for a different reason, though. That has nothing to do with somebody killing.
I don't think
Well,
I see
it's
correlation
it's
between
the
same
capacity
thing.
for violence. Like when Google engineers were doing some work to find out what women are attracted to on their search results, they came up with things like surgeons, werewolves, vampires, billionaires, and pirates. Right. Like this is the shit that
Everyone wants a
that
pirate.
you girls Google for when it comes to sexual arousal, and this is part of the reason why 50 Shades of Grey was such a popular, genre, for women. Best-selling book of all time ever. Women bought it, not men.
Right.
Right. This is just a propensity that women have and what they're attracted to. I'm not saying all women are like want to go and bang a werewolf, but the fact that the werewolf has the capacity for violence and is big and strong and burly and all that sort of stuff. It's like, Beauty and the Beast sort of thing, right?
But we're also talking fantasy versus reality.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, imagine saying that just because a man watches porn, that they expect their long-term partner to do all the tricks. I mean, they probably do. But, it is different. Fantasy is definitely different than reality. So I don't really want to cross them.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here and pin down below in the top comment. You'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.